5 goals on 16 shots, Bubba. 5 on 6. I mean, come on, bro. You got goalie by Tristan Jarry. I should mention Jarry was absolutely out of his freaking mind. I should mention it. But, bro, you got out goalie by Tristan Jarry. Bubba, he's not talking. He don't want to talk about it.
We're hanging in overtime! We're hanging in overtime! We're hanging in overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, here we go. Finally, we are back home. We got the Penguins tonight. And don't look now, but the Penguins are actually, so far, at least pretty decent. Jarry and both Jarry and Shilovs have got really good numbers in net. And while maybe we can't expect that to last too long, if there's any situation that would lead to the Panthers not doing so well, it's off of a long road trip, first game home against a team that kind of should be considered a lesser team, but they've got hot goalies. So the lineup is going to remain the same. Now I've begun being in the camp of maybe, what about giving Mike Benning a shot, huh? I mean, we all kind of getting tired of Balinskis with the turnovers. He's not terrible, but we drafted these kids. Benning hasn't had a shot. Horvolka hasn't had a shot. And while I know they're not going to just immediately step in and be the second coming of Cale Makar, it would be nice to see what either one of these two could do for a game or two, just to have some action. In fact, what I'd like to see is a Horvolka-Benning bottom pair, because Benning is 5'9", Horvolka is 6'6", 229. So nobody's going to mess with Benning with Horvolka on the ice. Just give me 2 points tonight, all right, Panthers? Nice. Can we have one nice, easy game? Kind of like we did with Ottawa the other week? All right, let's go. And it's 1-0 Pittsburgh after one. Not a terrible period of play. We picked it up a little bit towards the end of the period, but there was a space about 7 or 8 minutes there where Pittsburgh was really dominating. So Pittsburgh gets a power play goal after Jeff Petrie takes just a stupid tripping penalty, just right in front of the ref, really obvious, and it's just a little frustrating with that bottom pair. He also had another one of those. He pulled the Balinskis with a cleared a puck in the middle of the offensive zone or defensive zone. Pittsburgh ended up with a shot on goal over it, and it's only 1-0. Reinhardt's had two. He's missed the empty net twice. You know what I mean? He's had 2 shots where he had plenty of room to shoot, missed the net. That line is starting, the Bennett, Reinhardt, Verhaeghe line is starting to get a little bit more of a groove. But as things stand, the best player on the ice for the Panthers still is Brad Marchand. Which, hey, look, if the guy can continue to have that kind of energy, fantastic. And then the third line, kind of invisible. Samoskevich, you see Samoskevich a little bit, but on these nights where sometimes Rodriguez and Bolquist, you wouldn't even know they were on the ice. So it's only 1-0, but it looks the same. It's a little bit better. It's not as bad as it was, but I kind of think like it's the same. We're going to have to scratch and fight and claw for every point we get this year. All right, let's move on to the second period. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh after 2. Pittsburgh makes it 2-0. And we decide, they finally figured out, you know what? We're going to have to work hard this year. And it's been a while since we really had to work hard for points. We haven't had to work hard for regular season points since Paul's first season. And so, Marchand. Marchand is the best player on the team right now, certainly offensively, and it's not close. It's not close. So they leave Marchand all alone on the side of the net, and it's 2-1, and we're dominating, we're getting shots, and we're missing the net, and Jari's making saves, and the Bennett, Verhaeghe, Reinhardt line is looking good, and Bennett's got the puck, and they're keeping possession, and he turns the puck over on an ill-advised cross-ice pass, and Pittsburgh never gives up possession, and we're just getting bullied in front of the net, and it's 3-1 on 12 shots. Now, the goal's not Bob's fault. I know how that sounds, but we're just leaving guys open. We're not... Forsling doesn't look good. That's a concern. And I don't think he's hurt, but he definitely has not started this season off at all playing like we're used to seeing him play. On the first goal that Crosby got, it was a power play goal. And if you watch the replay, you watch what Forsling does behind the net. He pulled a very Keith Yandel-esque play where the guy was going behind the net, and he just kind of did a stick wave. He just waved at him with his magic wand, and nobody covered the guy in front of the net. And that was Crosby, and that was the first goal. And he was on the ice again for this third one, and he's not playing the body. He's not being. And I know it's not his game to be physical, but like he's not battling for the puck. He's staying away from guys and just trying to use his stick. And I'm just seeing him be stationary a lot. I'm watching him, and he's just not skating anywhere near at the level of what we're used to seeing him skate. Could he be hurt? Maybe. Could he be worn out? Probably. So that's a little bit of an issue, and that's not the first time I've mentioned that. So 1 cup, 2 cups. We need 2 goals at least to get 2 points. Can we win 2 in a row? Well, 5-3 Pittsburgh. Five goals on 16 shots, Bubba. 5 goals on 16 shots. There was really only the one bad goal. It's such a shame. We kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And one of the goals was pretty bad. He kind of misplayed it. It looks like he was just trying to get it with his blocker, but it hits his paddle and bounces over the blocker. I mean, he was all by himself. It's a foul. 999 times out of 1,000, it's a routine save. But tonight, everything was just going in. We keep leaving Sidney Crosby alone on the side of the net. Now, I'm not blaming the game on the interference call on Ekblad, but what a weak call. 8 minutes left. It's a 1-goal game. Just an absolutely dog-weak call. But I will give us credit, and we'll talk about it. Panthers didn't quit tonight. They did not quit, and they looked a little bit better. Now, what I didn't catch in the second period was Coach moved Rodriguez up to 2C with Reinhardt and Verhaeghe, and they had a lot of chances. That looked pretty good. I don't know what the face-off percentage was, and I don't know how viable of a long-term option Rodriguez is at 2C, but for tonight, it worked. Now, Marchand got another goal from a feed off of Sam Miskevich. Those two working good on the power play. Marchand's the best player we have right now, and it's not close. It's not close. Okay, though, you know, it will improve when Tkachuk comes back. So let's look at this. Lundell, Luostarinen, Marchand. Marchand's second feed, I was wrong there. Marchand's second goal was off of a feed from Luostarinen. The power play goal for Marchand was from Sam Miskevich, who was all over the ice tonight. Again, already talked about Rodriguez, Verhaeghe, Reinhardt. That's starting to look a little better. We look better on offense. Fourth line had a couple of chances tonight. Nothing crazy. The guy that's kind of mostly always invisible is Boquist. You guys know I'm not a huge Boquist fan. Not that he's terrible. I was always kind of looking at the 1.5 million a little bit side eye. I wouldn't mind giving a young player a game here, a game there, just to see. But I don't think that's going to happen. And he's not why we're losing. He's just not giving us a lot of production. Defensively, it sounds weird to say because 5 goals and 16 shots, but he only gave up 16 shots. It wasn't that bad defensively. We're still doing some of the same things, the turnovers in our own zone, trying to clear the puck in the middle of the ice. We still did that a few times tonight. Forsling doesn't look all that great. But Crosby was just bullying everybody he was bullying everybody he went up against tonight, including one time towards, 6-7 minutes left. Rodriguez had the puck along the boards, and Crosby just obliterated him and took the puck. So, we're 4-5. Now, the good news is that in terms of long-term for the playoffs, just concede the division to Montreal. Just I told you guys over the summer, just concede that. Okay? So there's that. Now, there's nobody rushing up behind us to take third place, and I think that's, if you really wanted to be tactical about things, that's where Florida needs to look as third place. Second, third place, avoid Montreal in the first round, get Barkov back. Maybe we still got something here. Tonight was just one of those nights where Pittsburgh's not playing poorly. None of these teams were playing, you know what I mean? We're kind of used to, we got Pittsburgh, that's 2 points. We got Detroit, that's 2 points. We got Buffalo, that's 2 points. Well, the disparity was we were up here and they were down here, and now we've kind of come here and they've kind of come here, and it's a lot more even with a lot of these teams. And unfortunately, tonight, Bob was not Vezina Bob. He was close. The last goal, Crosby wide open to the side of the net. Bubba comes over, got a piece of it, but not enough. It's in the back. And we kept plugging away. I think Marchand was on the ice for 45 minutes. I hope all I can say, I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. I'm not even going to worry about it. It is what it is. But every night he goes out there and he's got the most energy of everybody else on the ice. So, unless he runs out of energy, that's the best player we have. Now, when Tkachuk comes back, that'll kind of give us another Marchand, right? As long as Tkachuk is right and rested, and I suppose that he will be. So things will improve. So the way I'm looking at this is in stages. Just tread water. I think with the results tonight, we're still in third place in the division. That's all that matters right now. That's all that matters right now. Are we in playoff spot? Okay. Then I'm not gonna worry too much about what's going on right now. Would you like to stack the points? Of course you would. But as long as we're in third place, it doesn't matter if we finish in third place with 82 points. We're in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I know it's a bit hyperbolic, but you get my drift. There's a million different issues with the team. Some of them are solvable with the guys that we have on the roster. Balinskis was fine tonight. He had, I think, one giveaway. It wasn't a big deal. Petrie is not Nate Schmidt. We've talked about it, where this time last year we were complaining about Schmidt being a little bit slow and everything, but Petrie's he's not playing well. You know what I mean? It's not awful, but that's a situation where I'm not convinced that we won't need to upgrade that bottom pair if we're going to be really talking about a three-peat. Past that, I don't know what's going on with Sam Bennett. That's the other thing. He had that bad giveaway I told you about in the last period that eventually led to a goal because Pittsburgh never gave up possession. He's not himself. Now, I don't think he's hurt, but I just think when you look at guys look, Bennett won Conn Smythe, right? And Forsling has played a ton of minutes. there may just be a few guys on this team that are doing the Stanley Cup hangover. Bennett for sure, Forsling for sure. Reinhardt and Verhaeghe are kind of getting it going a little bit. They certainly got it going with Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks fine out there. He looks really good. Contract season. So there's that. And again, the same thing I'll always say, never break up the Lundell, Lusterite, and Marchand line. I mean, it's the top line now. And Lusterite still needs to shoot the puck a little bit more. But as long as Marchand's out there doing what he's doing, we're in good shape there. You'd like to see a little bit more out of the fourth line, but they had a goal the last game, so you can only ask so much. And really, the only other complaint that you can have is just no production out of the blue line. And I have to assume that's because without Barkov, without Kachuk, without Nosek, without Kulikov, I can only assume that Maurice has them playing as safe as possible. And, that's going to have partially an effect, right? As to why, tonight we got 3 goals. Normally, this is a win. We had 3 goals on 33 shots, and the other team had 16 goals, 16 shots, and we lost by 2. That's a very unusual result for us. So, while this game did not go well, when I look at how we played, I think we win 6 or 7 out of the 10 times that we played the way we did tonight. So the good news is the Sharks finally won a game and they beat the Rangers at home. And I've been asking about that. I've been asking for that to happen since last week. So I think the Buffalo win. I know the Lightning lost. I believe the Lightning lost. Rangers lost. Detroit got handled. So I know Boston lost. So you see my point is there's nobody racing up. The Leafs maybe play later. Maybe the Leafs could take 3rd place, but Detroit's not fantastic either. So we're struggling. This was, again, kind of like the road games where you would have liked to be able to get this one to overtime. We were behind by 2 goals, 3 times, right? Because it was 2-0, 3-1, and 4-2. And each time we came back and got a goal, and then each time we immediately gave it back. So it was a very frustrating night. But we've seen worse. I feel like we got Vegas on Saturday. Is that the game, Vegas? Yeah. And then we got the Ducks on Tuesday. So, couple of things. Thank you for all coming out to the live stream tonight. Now, I had set something up to where you can have these live stream goals where it's if you get a certain amount of super chats, I will do this certain thing. So I had set it up to where if we got 15 super chats of $5 or more, that I'd have a 7 o'clock stream in the morning in addition to the noon stream. So our not only did we reach that, I believe, on the stream, but then my brother, my good friend and channel benefactor, Patel Ron, gave another $500 in the GoFundMe. Now the GoFundMe is where you guys, if you feel like, if you're able to donate, that avoids the YouTube 30% that they take on the super chats, and that's been keeping Kyle and I good to go. You guys have been fantastic over the summer and into the season now. I can't talk. I'm very bad at talking about this because I don't necessarily like begging for money or something. So I'm bad when I go to thank people. But thank you is what I'm trying to say. Genuinely appreciate all of the support that you guys give us. And so the point is that I'll be live at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. By the time you're watching this, you might be watching the live instead of watching the recap, but that's okay. So it's just going to be a 7 o'clock, like a Q&A, right? So we'll talk hockey. I answer any questions you guys have about hockey. It's hockey Q&A. So thank you, Patel. You guys have been just way over and above anything we could have expected, and it's genuinely appreciated because you guys know trying to do this as mainly the source of income. And I want to be able to continue to create the content and be live at noon. So you guys are making that possible. And so thank you from everybody. Thank you, Patel. Other than that, so I'll be live at 7. Be live at noon. And then Halloween. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I was thinking I was just going to do some Halloween themed stuff during the game on Tuesday, but I'm maybe considering there might be just a Halloween live stream on Halloween night. We did that a couple of years ago. We had some fun with it, so we'll see. I got to talk to Kyle about it, see which way he'd rather do it, but there'll be some Halloween content. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off next week. So there's a gap there where there would be no live streams. So we're still going to make sure there's some live streams. We'll put it that way. So we have a lot of fun here around here on Halloween. So I got to find all my costumes, all my wigs, all my furry suits. We have a good time. Don't worry. I keep my clothes on. All right. Five goals and 16 shots, Bubba. 5 on 6. I mean, come on, bro. You got goalie by Tristan Jarry. I should mention Jarry was absolutely out of his freaking mind. I should mention it. But bro, you got out goalie by Tristan Jarry. Bubba, he's not talking. He don't want to talk about it. All right. I'll see you tomorrow at 7. I'll see you tomorrow at noon, and then maybe we'll see Tarasov on Saturday. Maybe you need a day off, huh, Bubba? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. It's not his fault.